man. Thank you, bro.
The last time I saw you was backstage at the Train show. What I marvel about what you do and what Train does and what the script does for these shows, you literally go from like meet and greet to meet and greet to meet and greet, and then 30 seconds later, there you are on stage singing. How do you do that?
Yeah, it's funny. I don't know, man. I guess it's just part of what you get used to when you do this for a living. You know, we do this for our own therapy as musicians in a way. And we do it for our fans, and you know, we're lucky enough to have a fan base to be able to have meet and greets with and things like that. So at the end of the day, you can be a musician at your house, but you can't be an entertainer all by yourself at your house. You know what I mean? And it's all about your fans.
That's an excellent point right there. The second half of that tour, of course, as I mentioned, was with the script. The first half was with Michael Franti, who was in studio a few weeks ago and was talking about meeting Gavin DeGraw.
I had never met Gavin before. Gavin's an awesome guy. Horrible soccer player, the worst soccer player, but he's an incredible guy.
I really wouldn't peg him as athletic, period. To be honest, I love Gavin, but
he's pretty athletic, believe it or not.
Okay.
But just soccer is just not one of his things. I can see him more like free safety or something like that on a really bad football team.
So what happened there? Was this some pickup soccer game backstage? It didn't go too well?
No, I think that these guys I think what they do is on their free time they do some of that, like almost like hacky sack community. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so they were doing like this stuff where they were just kicking the ball up and down or whatnot. And I'm the guy who kind of like likes to walk into the group when people are kicking a ball around and grab it and just punt it as far as I can.
So that's basically what went down. That's great. Gavin DeGraw's here on the Ralphie Show. All right, so the new album, Make a Move. The second single is the title track, right?
Yeah, the next single is the title track, Make a Move, and I wrote that with Benny Blanco's group. I think a lot of people probably are more familiar with Benny from Moves Like Jagger, probably, but we got together here in New York City and worked on that song, and we felt really good about it. It's funny because when you go through and you're trying to figure out what to name an album, I was going, okay, well, maybe I'll go through and I'll pick a song title to name the album after, you know, and you start looking at all these different song titles going, maybe any of these song titles would work, but you start seeing how one song title might be misinterpreted as an album title, how it could go all wrong. For example, there's a song on the album called Leading Man, and as a song, it's a cool title, but as an album title, it's totally douchey. So you can't be like Gavin DeGraw, Leading Man. Someone would be like, whoa, what a douche, right?
Yeah, right.
So you can't just put an album title.
That Gavin's changed, man.
Yeah, exactly.
What happened to that guy?
Completely. I thought Make a Move was a good choice. It was the type of thing that couldn't necessarily be misinterpreted too poorly.
People heard the lead single Best I Ever Had, and even we had Miss USA Erin Brady in studio, and she even said, she didn't mean any offense by this, but she was like, I was a fan of Gavin DeGraw even before he kind of came out with this new style. Is this new album a little bit of a departure for you, a little bit of an evolution for you?
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, this is definitely a step towards another direction. There are songs on this album that I think are reflective of the first album of Chariot, but at the same time there are other songs on this album that really do feel as if it's almost a completely different artist, which is something I'm really proud of. And all the while you want people to still be able to associate with what you did, but you also want to move forward and experiment and hopefully bring them with you as you try to break new ground or just have a good time experimenting with this and that, because my job is to be an artist.
Absolutely. Well, we should mention too, Miss USA is in the music video for Best I Ever Had, in case you did miss that. The new album out now, Make a Move. Mr. Gavin DeGraw, thanks for the time, buddy.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
The Daily Download. Carson Daly.
Well, the World Series is upon us, and while you're busy stocking up on hot dogs, beer, and